Morning all. Okay, let's start off this morning with a 15-minute game. I wonder if I think the 15-minute does offer richer commentary, but okay, there are certain other there's issues and benefits, but we'll do a 15-minute game to start off with. I think if I can get a game while we're waiting to watch top player. Lighter. Okay, it's playing in 3 minutes. Okay. Dangerous attack on the way. Has to give up a dark square to get something, that E5 square, to get his attack. So an F-file dynamism, or but this could get a lot of exchanges and pressure on C2. There's a lockdown on C2. Bishop H6 with a bit of dynamic play. Provoking F6 first. You can disconnect that pawn. Could go for D4 after F6 if that pawn's not that easily protected. Now Rook F2 is dual attack and defense, isn't it, on F7 and C2. Classic King's Indian style kind of moves with a rook. But there is a lot of pressure on C2 here. Okay, so where is the attack? Queen's committed here. It is double attacking like E7 and H7. But Black's like got a flexible position and seems to have control of most of the key squares. Is White going down here? I think he's struggling to find a plan actually. That C file does seem completely locked down, that pawn C2 pawn. Oh, F6. Oh. Okay, he's giving up C2 temporarily there. It's got Rook F7. Is that enough? H5. That could cause a problem for Black. That bishop's really stuck on H6 though. What about there's this getting up on C2 and this is going to collapse? Just Rook C8 or something. What does White do about Rook C8? It looks pretty simple actually for Black, just to crash down here and skewer these guys. Oh, even better, Rook F8, even quicker. Rook F8. Okay, we've got a game against the 1537. Let's have a quick look what happened there. Oh, he got perpetual somehow. So something strange happened there. Okay, let's close that. Play King's Gambit against marco63. Right, so this system is a D3 straight off the bat. Take. Has he been beating everyone up? He's been doing alright on the 15 minute. Knight C3 or Bishop D3? Maybe Knight F3 to start off with. Bishop D3. I think Knight F3. Bishop C5. Queen E2. Bishop F5. Bishop E3. I tried to look this up the other day. This line. Falkbeer account's going out on someone's recommendation that D3 there's sharp lines. So Queen E2 and Bishop E3 to try and, you know, if Black goes for that F2, Queen E2 is necessary and try and castle Queen side. Maybe Gambit a pawn for pressure. So Bishop C5, Queen E2, Bishop F5, Knight C3. Queen E7, Bishop E3, Knight takes c3, bishop takes c5. I think that was a line. That looks unusual because c3 would give queen a4 for winning the knight, wouldn't it? Queen a4 is going to win the knight here. That's knight c6, queen c4, bishop d7, queen a4. There's king d7. No, there isn't king d7. That's not a legal move. Because I was thinking rook e8. How to get rook e8, and it's not a legal move. That's the only problem with king d7. Okay. Okay, I'll take this guy. D6, take bishop b7, bishop c6 after, so maybe just bishop d3 here. Stops black castling, queen h7. Queen c4 would stop black casting because of d6. I'm going to play queen c4. Alright, black is able to castle, finally. But knight e5 looks good. D6 is on the cards again. It's going for an attack. D6 and knight f7 to win an exchange. Is there a counter attack with bishop c6 after there? Knight f7 takes. Bishop c6 looks a bit menacing. Let's keep that knight actually. What about just bishop takes b5 here instead? Because then his knight's kind of restricted after. I'm attacking the bishop. I'm keeping that huge knight there rather than giving that bishop the opportunity to point at my king. So the knight's very good on e5. So bishop takes b5. It is a pawn. So in that line d6, you know, he does get. Right here, I think it's just trickier because this knight's still restricted. Bishop's attacked. If I can just get my pieces out to avoid back row issues. So bishop d2 for knight c3 on knight. Just c4 here, threatening to trap the bishop. c4 will give knight c3. Queen b3. Queen b3 or something else. I think queen b3 gives bishop e3 as a possibility to challenge that bishop finally. Just less bits attacking my king like any other variation could have been. So bishop e3 and knight c3. And bishop e3 here. I can take on e5. It's going to do that anyway, and then f4. Bishop f2 there. I need to get in. Right, there's knight e5 to g5. It's going to attack my king again. Bishop d4 drops off. Bishop f4 might be g5. Bishop g3 there. Then e6. I think bishop f4, g5, bishop g3 queen moves, then e6. Let's go for that. I want to get this knight developed. Maybe queen g3 off with the exchange of queens, just to avoid getting mated later or something, if that's possible. I usually find a way, if it's possible, to get mated or something. So knight c3 here, connect the rooks finally. Right, can I just crash through that pawn if I just support the pawn? Play e6, then bishop takes c7, then e7, then d6. That's a new plan. Okay, that's protected at the moment, so full steam ahead with the plan. Play bishop takes c7 and d6. Knight g4 isn't that scary at the moment. Actually, my bishop's protecting h2 anyway at the moment. Okay, so knight takes e4 here, and then maybe bishop d6 for Qa4. Or just d6 for d7. Or there's knight f6 here, leaving the queen. Alright, so I'll take the queen. Okay, I'll say check you to my commentary. Okay, let's have a quick. There was a line I was trying to remember here. Bishop c5, you play queen e2. So that check might be harmless here. Queen e7, bishop e3. No, I can't remember. I have to revise this line of the Falkbeer. Okay. I have to make sure I know what I'm doing in that still. I think the main point here is maybe not being already in a good position, not having to take too much risk with I did bishop b5 targeting this knight. If d6 check in this position, say bishop takes d6, that protects f8. And imagine bishop c6 after. There's no need to give black this position with things pointing at the king. That could be very dangerous, potentially, because there's a bit of a lag development here anyway. Okay, comments or questions on YouTube? Thanks very much.